Alright everybody, welcome back to another layout update. This is going to be a slightly overdue one for June of 2020. And this time around we have a couple of mini milestones with the layout, a few new purchases from Charlie, and then a couple of painting projects, and a few other things to mention. There'll be video footage coming up. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so first thing, and we're talking about mini milestones, I will point out I borrowed some 24 radius sectional track from Nolan's, but long story short, Will and a couple other guys finally got back over here for a work session, and what we did was I have had a couple of these pieces cut, like this had been all trimmed out and everything. I do have the piece that goes right there. I just got to find where I put it. But basically, we finished from that module over. All this is all completely screwed in. So that's in. I got a couple of cross members in the frame there. And I got this put in right here, which is basically where the town's going to sit. So I know there's a little bit of a gap there, but we'll get that fixed. I think I'm probably going to go underneath and adjust the risers to get to match, because this side is level, this side isn't for some reason. No, even though I checked it and everything. Go figure. So that's what's going on with that. That is big. So that is all the subred bed, all of the framing, all the modules, all the support structure, everything done. So basically that over there, using what I have from the old layout, all the way over is 50% of all the total bench work. Everything we did was we went through and put a bunch of these blocks on. My original plan was actually had the backdrop back here, a little bit of a gap to give some distance, but I don't think it was going to come out the way I wanted it to. So we just put these up. And the idea is to just screw the hardboard straight into this. So that's actually the next thing we're doing, because I'm working on slowly collecting some more of the light fixtures like that. I need 4 for the side against the wall over there, and that's some of my coal hoppers sitting there that need weights and stuff. But I need 4 for this wall, and then I need 3 for this side of the peninsula. I got that in. I got the strips of hardboard cut, which I just kind of held them up there, and they should actually be enough to do like all of this. So start from there, go this way, and then from where that strip ends, actually out and around the peninsula and clear down to the wall. So there's a couple of places one place where I need to move the backdrop out, but I've got all of a bunch of the 1x1 pieces like right there. And I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see that. Pre-cut for this side. I don't need any of them because I got all the ones over there. So these should be enough to cover this whole side of the peninsula. So that's what's on the docket for the next work session over here, is we're going to focus on that. And maybe some stuff with the programming track. And we're probably going to focus on Will's layout too. So that's the big thing that I'm really happy about. So the plan and like, okay, this is one of my favorite views. You can see where it goes down. So this is still going to be a coal mine scene right here. I was going to try and have it 2 tracks, fit the 2-track Walters coal mine in there, but the mine is just going to be too big. It's going to swallow up the whole scene. So I saw an article way back in, I don't think it was Mile Railroad. I think it was an old issue of Rail Mile Craftsman from the 90s that I've got. But they took like the truck loading part, the 2-chute truck loading part from like the Walters mine kit, and turned just that into a truck dump. So the building was here, and then you had your conveyor come out the end, and angled up like that, and then right here was an actual truck dump. So that is probably what I'm going to do. Just the only difference is I'm probably going to have the truck dump over here and loading here, and then I made the area real narrow right there and got this leveled out and got this pretty much leveled out, but it's still smooth, which is fine. So this should take from there to right there probably about 3 40-foot coal hoppers. So, and the 2-track coal mine would have probably just looked too big for the amount of coal hoppers I can actually fit on there. Which, those of you who know how mines actually work, push the empties to one side of the tipple and then they pull them through and load them, which is why the tipple is always in the middle of the spur. That's really only about a 2-car coal industry. So having a big 2-track, nah, it'd be too big for the scene. And the other reason is I want to fit a ridge right here. So when you're standing here, you're in your own little enclave. So there'll be a ridge. There'll be another ridge right here, which will also help disguise that because I can bring the scenery over here and actually put a hillside there. And the second ridge that starts there. And then the creek will cross over, go in. You got a third that comes right here and disguise the town. So you've got a mini scene. You've got this scene, which you can't see to the right or to the left eventually. And you've got that scene over there, which you can't see anything from there over here. So that's the plan for it. As far as purchases go, I'll just kind of walk you around. So Sandy is handling turnouts, but he's using all code 100. So he actually had a couple code A3 old fast tracks laying around. They need a wee bit of work. These already been gapped. As you can see, they've been around a while because the PCB ties are a little faded out, but that's okay. So I got 2 of those that's going to come in very handy. And then you can see where I put the track center lines. And then the reason why it's wide here and the narrows is because starting in 1914 they actually double tracked the entire, 40 miles from Columbus down to Logan. In 1923 they ripped one of the tracks out and went back to single track. So that's just kind of my nod to some of the history of the portion. And obviously that spur is totally freelanced. And then this track is going to look all weed choked and abandoned. It'll actually be used as a reversing section, but it's going to look abandoned. So they'll kind of pay homage to some of the couple of the branch lines that were abandoned in the early 30s. So he gave those to me. Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it. And then as far as stuff I actually purchased and projects, the purchases, not too terribly much. Just an air pack of the Minitronics Tower LEDs for working on locomotives, a pack of the gray insulating washers, a pack of the red insulating washers, and a 25 count pack of KD148 whisker couplers, standard head. So these are just a regular medium stinger shank, nothing too fancy. And that's the way that goes. And then for projects, I'll start a couple things. So this is that boxcar I did a long time ago where the decals didn't come out really good. I probably got a little too much dull coat on it. But I went ahead and stripped the old decals off, repainted it, and I've been experimenting with rolling stock a little bit, and I think it'll help if I get the decals trimmed a lot better and put them on top of dull coat this time. So that's what that is. And then this is a former, this is the shell of a Mahanos SD35 that was CSX. Well, and I stripped this, and it's getting repainted into his Proto Freelance short line. And it's going to get a sound chip put in because I looked at the guts and somebody had already come back and put a brand new 5-pole cam motor in there of totally redid all the linkage. Looks great. So, and there is actually plenty of room in there for a sound chip. So this is gonna definitely be a candidate for conversion. But we did that, and that's pretty much it for around here. Like I said, milestone with the sub-row bed, and I'm just kind of not doing much of anything on the layout because the next phase is to get all of the work lights like this, plus all the lighting stuff we're gonna need for the Arduino, which yes, I know it's buried. So get all the lighting stuff, get it all put in, and then along with that, it's going to be getting all the valence up, getting the backdrop up around the peninsula, and then going through and getting all those joints taped, drywalled, mudded, sanded, and get a coat of blue paint, and then I'll let myself get the fast track jigs and we'll start doing corks. So if I don't do it now, then once we get track laid and running trains, it's gonna take it forever to get done. So make make myself wait is the plan. But yeah. So that's the dealio with that. As always, you know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe. I am heading out to Decatur because the monthly local SEER division meetings and / ops session are back on. So I'm heading that Saturday. And then Will and I are going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, Madison, for a train show next Saturday. So, yeah, we'll be having one of the tables. If you are there, just kind of ask around for Jacob. There's 3 or 4 people in the circle down here that travels shows in Nashville and Birmingham and Bowling Green, Kentucky. So if they're there, they'll point you my way. So if you happen to be up there, come over, say hi. It'd be nice to meet y'all. And shout out to Baxter Barnes off of the MRH forum if you're reading this. If you're watching this reading. Alright everybody, as always, thanks for watching. Take care, God bless. And yeah, I'll see you in the next update.